Welcome back to Raw is Retro for the Sharpshooters on YouTube. We are here in 1999 and we are partying. We're not. We're sat at our computers talking to each other. I'm your host Ross. With me as ever is Lord Manny Hayes.
Yeah, I hope you had a terrible New Year. And I hope you had a
Oh,
terrible
what
New
the hell? What the hell? What the hell?
I do hate New Year. It's terrible. Forced fun holiday. I don't like forced fun holidays.
It's just it's a drinking. It's an excuse for everybody to get drunk and crazy and make excuses to fight people and swear I'll never talk to you again, only to do the
Fight
same
people?
holiday. Yeah.
How
you
can
do
you
it any
spend
night
your
of the
New
year
Year?
if you wanted to? Like that. That's not.
I
that doesn't need to be-
survive. That's how you do your New Year. You
Survive
survive.
New Year. You made it into the New Year alive. That's
If you don't like the video and subscribe, you're gonna have a terrible terrible rest of the year.
Oh yeah. Terrible rest of the year. AEW's gonna get canceled. Vince McMahon's gonna get back in charge. Impact is gonna stop killing people.
Jesus.
That's the only way out of contracts in wrestling nowadays. You have to die.
You have to die.
Anyway, we are here to talk about January the 4th, Raw, 1999. It's quite an historic time, a historic date in wrestling because it coincides with WCW making one of the biggest errors they'd ever make. This is when they told people that what's going to happen in the main event of Raw, and everyone switched over to watch it.
I completely forgot about that call by Larry Zbyszko.
Larry Zbyszko? You mean Tony Schiavone?
Tony Schiavone, yeah.
Wasn't it Larry Zbyszko?
No, it's Schiavone.
Yeah. That'll put, what was he say, bums in seats?
That's
Is that what he says?
put asses in the seats.
Asses
or
in seats,
bums,
yeah.
Butts in the seats, one of them.
Oh
boy.
Great work, Tony.
Tony, you cost them everything. You cost us everything, damn it.
Literally did. Everyone turned over and then just never switched back. Amazing. But yeah, before we get to that, we're here for the rest of this episode of Raw. Stuff does happen. Sean starts the show. He is still commissioner because his contract is ironclad, apparently.
Damn, I gotta get one of those. Ironclad contract. There's a lot of people, I think, in cancel culture today who wants to get their ironclad contract. Ha, suckers! Adina, you can't get rid of me. This contract, ironclad.
Yeah. He says the only way that he'll leave is if he resigns, and he's not going to do that because he can make Vince's life a misery.
I think he's on TV in 2 weeks.
Yeah, he'll be gone very soon. He's still he's a very troubled individual still at this stage of his life.
Well, later in the night, they do him a favor, and essentially,
we start the show. We start the year, I guess, as we finished the last year. It's Ken Shamrock versus Steve Blackman. This is a non-title match, but new year, but still the same boys fighting.
Yeah, but Big Dan comes out again.
Of course he does. He's got his neck brace on.
I thought I left you in 98, Dan. I thought I left you in 98. My New Year's resolution was not to see Dan Severn ever again, but this time he's back. It's more Dan Severn than ever.
4 days into the year, that resolution lasted. Dan ruined it.
Ruined it.
They talk about UFC on WWE TV, which still, seeing it now, it's weird that they do that.
Really? Michael Cole is all about talking about everyone these days.
Well, yeah, true.
You talk about the IWGP title on TV.
Forget that we're in this new era right now.
He's talking about PWG.
Yeah, you're the progress champion, aren't you?
He's talking about Noah.
You're former Rev Pro champion right here.
What?
Back to the match. Billy Gunn runs down, causes the interference, hits the Fameasser on Shamrock, and Blackman wins.
He wins.
Good for you, Steve.
Yeah, we started the year off right, now with a DQ. I think that was in their meeting in the back. You know what? Let's not start the year in a disqualification. I think we went a little overboard last year. I think we were kind of out of control. Let's not do that.
We cut to the back, and Billy and Ken are having a fight in the back.
Why not?
Yeah, because for obvious reasons, like fuck him. I can't remember. Didn't he pass him in a locker room and was talking shit or something? I forget. And he was like, "Oh yeah," and they go to commercial break. It's like, "Oh, they're back. We're back. They're fighting."
We get Foley in the ring saying he wants a shot at the Rumble against The Rock. Basically, is he the number one contender? Like, can he just do that? Is there a number one contender?
I don't know how this worked anymore. I mean, everybody's so corrupt. I mean, the
Well,
commissioners.
Everyone was calling their shot back then, weren't they? It was whoever was in front of the champion at that time.
I suppose he was
Give me a title shot.
screwed out of his title match at Survivor Series, wasn't he? So
Yeah, I think he's
Probably
been the number one
deserves it.
contender for a minute. Although I think he would lose that spot for losing to the Road Dogg, who beat him last week in the hardcore match. Yeah, it was illegitimate means, but right now the Road Dogg should be the number one contender for the title because he beat Mick Foley. Just saying.
well, I'm just looking forward to the Rumble, and Road Dogg faces the Boss Man in the opening match of the show. He was the hardcore title holder at the time, but the belt wasn't on the line for some reason.
You have set your expectation too low. I know we're watching Roy's Retro, and I know we've got a lot of things to look back at and go, oh. But you have set your bar very low. With I am looking forward to the Road Dogg versus the Big Boss Man.
You don't understand what a great match is until you see them guys link up. They have amazing chemistry. But keeping the show going, Vince McMahon's like, you just beat my son up like 2 weeks ago. I'm not giving you shit. What are you talking about, Mick? Kiss my ass. Kiss my ass. On that.
He puts him against Triple H tonight with Shane as the guest referee. With the winner gets a spot in the Rumble. I think Mick doesn't want a spot in the Rumble. He wants a title match.
Well, he said Mick doesn't deserve to be number one contender because he hasn't paid his dues. Fell off a fucking cage, bro.
Yeah, I think he, more than anyone, he's paid his dues for his company.
Me and Chainsaw Charlie took a trip off the stage last year for you. No dudes, kiss my ass.
I shaved my beard for you, Vince. Shave my beard.
I do loved it. I entered the Rumble 3 times. Come on.
We get China with her friend, don't we? Her friend Sammy is here tonight.
I was
Big
so for a
Sammy.
loop when this happened. I was like, did I miss an episode? When is Sammy get in? And then, like previously on Sunday Night Heat, and I go, fucking Heat.
Too much
Yeah.
happens on Sunday Night
Too much
Heat.
does happen on the
Too much happens on Sunday Night Heat. We're treating Sunday Night Heat like it's Rampage, but I feel like Sunday Night Heat, far too much happens on that show that we need to watch it.
Yeah,
And I
it just
don't have
weaves
time to
in.
watch Sunday Night Heat.
No.
It weaves in. They were like, 19,000 people showed up to Sunday Night Heat last night. Like, what? So hot. The fan is so hot.
Oh Christ! Yeah, Sammy is China's friend, and that's we'll leave that there. Mark Henry versus Goldust. Sexual Chocolate taking on Goldust. Lovely stuff.
It seems like it should have been a tag team.
They should have been, shouldn't they?
Yeah. Chocolate gold chocolate. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't have a proper name for it.
No.
But the
Sexual
gold members.
dust.
Gold
Gold
members would have been
members,
a
there you
good
go.
thing. Yeah. Gold members.
Sex
Should've been a team.
dust.
Sex Dust.
Sex dust. That sounds so dirty.
Oh,
I came
covered in
home
sex
one
dust.
day. Yeah. Came home one day and my bed was just covered in sex dust. What's going on around here? Bitch is cheating on me.
Mark Henry wins. Oh no, he doesn't. It ends in a DQ, doesn't it?
Yeah, he
That's
hits
it,
him
Shattered
with
Dreams.
Shattered
Dreams,
Dreams.
right?
Yeah, the worst finisher of a wrestling match ever.
You
You
can't
can't
win.
win with it.
Yeah. Can't win.
Can someone explain to me what happens with China and Sammy? And
Well, Sammy comes out, and then she implies threesome because Mark likes tall, exotic women, exotic dancers,
Yeah.
and then Mark faints because all that blood went to his penis.
Yeah.
Yeah.
None of it was in his actual head, and he just collapsed.
Okay. On the scale of Mark Henry threesomes, Sammy and China, or Terry Reynolds and the Pride of Tennessee, Miss Jackie. I think he had. I know those ladies were older, but I would prefer the PMS threesome over
Yeah.
deep voice sounding Sammy.
Wait! You know what happened in the Jackie and
You know,
Terry
it got a little rough.
threesome.
It got a little rough.
A
It got
little.
freaky.
Mark, because you
Got a little
want to be
freaky.
whipped.
We didn't see what happened when the camera wasn't on them,
the
though.
worst. Yeah.
And
Yeah.
gerbils, Marcus,
Flawless
gerbils.
We don't know what those gerbils were up to.
Doing. Just
Yeah, you don't know.
to make sure ow.
No, this was a massage technique that I didn't know existed with the gerbils. I don't know what happened back there. We don't know. The gerbils go into your body and they soothe your skin. I don't know.
I'm never going to look at the gerbils at work again the same.
Oh, yeah, you do work in a pet store.
I do.
You know what? In 1998,
humans walking in and going, no.
Yeah.
Yeah. You look at the
You must get
gerbils
on the
and go
phone.
like,
You must get on the phone all the time, men breathing heavily.
Sir, can you move away from the gerbils, please? You've been.
what are you
God.
doing?
Have you got any?
No, sir, control yourself. Control yourself.
The lights go out. And you just the
random
spotlight hits you.
Random gerbil questions. So, how good is this gerbil at deeping and digging through holes? Is he a frisky gerbil? Does he get scared? Does he shake a little
Can I see
bit?
in the dark?
Oh man.
Yeah.
Let's get back to the wrestling. Dennis Knight's in a dungeon.
No, let's get back to the wrestling, really. And then you lead with this.
Get back to pro wrestling. Dennis Knight in dungeon. Jay yelling,
with his hands
help! That's what's going on in this show. Let's get back to the wrestling. Help!
Oh Christ!
We clearly got this footage, and no one's really coming to help. Clearly,
Why
no
did
one
that
knows
happen?
Dennis Knight. No. We clearly have suspects, we have video, we have all of this, but yet no one's helping this man. He's getting tortured in a dungeon.
Yeah, we know who kidnapped him. Surely they've got home addresses. Oh God. Yeah. Godfather against Test is the next match. I need to calm down. Tell me what happened here, boys.
Revenge for the ass whooping that he got to, but Test shows that he's a star in the making, and he comes out in the shorts and he beats the Godfather.
There we go.
I don't know if I was the Godfather, I would have offered him the hose. Test
Yeah.
seemed like a guy that would have took the hose.
He was a bodyguard for Motley Crue. He definitely had his
Taking the
run-ins
hose.
with the Godfather before, isn't he?
You know how many sloppy seconds he probably got, or hand-me-downs? Tommy Lee just going, here you go.
Yeah.
Here you go, little guy. Here you go.
We get Triple H versus Mankind. Shane is the guest referee. The winner gets a spot in the Rumble. Yeah.
Triple H has to regret, but also like you see the game come out of him a little bit. Mick, you know, it's a title shot's a title shot. I had to do what I got to do.
Yeah.
I'm okay. I was like, oh, he's molded into this guy. He turned into the game. He won to win at all costs. But it's the second week in a row Mick Foley takes an L from a member of DX, and they're kind of not happy about it, the way they won.
He does give Triple H does give Shane a pedigree, just for good measure, I guess, just to make himself feel a bit better. I guess.
After Shane does the fastest free count I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah. He's professionally trained referee. This man, he should know how to count three.
He's also corrupt.
All you gotta do.
True, yeah.
So much corruption on this show. But then this is the moment I feel like changed wrestling forever. It changed wrestling forever. Not only did Triple H realize I could be a champion at this moment, he realized I'm going to take notes on how to become a number one contender in the future. I threatened to break somebody's arm
Exactly.
on TV. Jim Ross is having PTSD going like, this is where he got it from. The bastard.
So yeah, Mick Foley puts Shane into like a abdominal stretch, basically, while he sat down.
Apparently Foley has wrestling moves in the MMA.
Yeah, who knew? Foley could do this sort of stuff.
So on this website,
Brilliant
they've
face
described
Matt
it as a Stu Hart hold.
Stu Hart.
Turning in his grave, I thought of Mick Foley in the dungeon. Yeah, he said he'll break Shane's shoulder if they come any, Vince and the Stooges come any closer. He wants a title shot, and he wants it tonight.
And he wanted a no DQ match.
Yeah.
Yep. He got
It's
all
on.
his demands.
Yeah, he gets it.
Yeah.
Rock comes out to yell at Vince, which is quite funny.
What are you doing, Vince? What the hell are you doing? He's like, he's my son, right? I know it's your damn son, but look at me. Look at me. I'm not ready to wrestle tonight. I can't fight the WWF title tonight. The Rock had valid arguments. Valid arguments.
Yeah, he did. The Slam of the Week is Xbox being kicked in the head by the boss man.
Brought to you by Glover on N64 and PC.
It's not
a game
Slam.
I've never heard of.
No, we had to search it up a few weeks ago, didn't we? Just to see what it looked like.
I'll be honest. Because, wrestling is burned in my head, I only know this game because of this. I only remember Glover commercials. I don't know why. I remember it only because of wrestling.
Edge versus Steeler Brown is our next match. Edge, again, not a member of the Brood tonight, comes through the crowd. Just picks and chooses what he wants to do.
Yeah. Like Christian has just disappeared at this point.
Yes. Yeah, they have. At least Midian's been... Not Midian, sorry. I've got Midian on a brain. What's his face? Gangrel. Gangrel's around occasionally to bloodbath people.
Yeah.
PMS come out to ruin the match.
Well, they don't. D'Lo gets distracted by a pregnant Terry, who allegedly he goes after her. She apparently slips and falls, holding her stomach, and then D'Lo, the originator of "It wasn't my fault," said, "I never touched her."
Yeah. How quick, Lawler defends every heel move or whatever, but when it comes to abusive women, he immediately went, "D'Lo never touched it. Never touched it."
Yeah.
He never touched it. I was like, damn.
Jerry, yeah.
You really hate women, You really hate women. He never touched it. Come on, Michael, you see it, touch it. I'm going like, all right, we got it. But yeah, so they wanted to start this year. I'm hot. 1999, I'm hot. Let's kill a baby. Let's kill a baby. Let's kill a baby. How you want to start it? Torture Minion and kill a baby.
We get Kane coming out next with Shane and the Paul Bearer and the Stooges. Kane's got a sign on his back for the Briscoe's Body Shop, which I like.
Yeah.
Awesome. Shane so says much advertising for this Briscoe's Body Shop.
I don't know anybody that's been there. Don't see any of their work. But I swear to God, if Peacock come out with Briscoe's Brothers Body Shop, the TV show, reality show, 100% watching it. 100% watching just to know what was going on there.
They haven't even got a Facebook, like a website for it. They've got a Facebook page for Briscoe's Body Shop.
They are like 100 years old, Ross. Do you think they discovered the internet?
Sure, well, yeah, that's a good point. Yeah, surely they got like offspring though at some point.
Someone's in charge of that body shop. It's got to be around still.
It's only got 851 likes on Facebook. That's terrible.
Oh, maybe it's not authentic. They just call it Elon Musk and get that check. Pay $8.
We get a handicap match next between the Briscoe and Patterson taking on Kane because the Stooges were responsible for Shane getting hurt last week. I mean, I'm fine with that. Kane's just going to destroy whoever he gets told to destroy, isn't he?
Yep.
I know Ric Flair had his last match at like 70, but this was probably the oldest two guys to have a match at this time. Only to find out, I bet you they were in their 40s or something.
Probably were, weren't they? They probably were. That's quite scary, yeah. This isn't a match. Kane just destroys them both. We see Dennis Knight still in the dungeon.
Still hanging.
The acolytes
hanging with Dennis Knight.
I'm tied up. No one's here to help me. No one's even saying anything. They're not asking questions. Or nothing.
Well, then the acolytes appear in frame and say, "Someone is waiting for him."
Yeah. Ooh. Chills.
Yeah. We get the Midian ceremony next week, don't we? I think it becomes Midian, the worst member of the corporation, the ministry.
And my top 5 most disgusting moments in wrestling is Undertaker's and these sacrifices and blood and stuff.
We get a hardcore title match between Al Snow and the Road Dogg. Al Snow is still covered in blood. 3 weeks now. Yeah. I feel like they sell them in merch. Get a new one.
I'm in awe of the athletic commission. I think this man was unfit to wrestle at this point. If he's still covered in blood, can we hose him down or something? This is the athletic commission needs to get into this.
Yeah, I mean, this is you a good old hardcore match, really. These boys can go back and forth. I don't mind this. This was kind of Road Dogg's level, wasn't it? He was never going to hit that IC level, and tag titles and hardcore matches is where he kind of stayed for a lot of the time in WWE.
Well, this is when we can analyze his career, where you could go, was he better than Bret Hart? That's what he stated. And, Bret didn't actually need to do it. If you want to go to hardcore matches, Road Dogg may have been the Bret Hart of hardcore matches.
Bret never won the hardcore title, so I mean,
nope. Take that, Bret. Take that, Bret.
They go outside. They go outside in Boston in January, which doesn't seem like a very sensible idea.
No, it's just cold.
It's pretty cold. Al Snow's not wearing the most clothing for a wrestler.
He's covered in blood. It's warm.
Yeah, well, yeah. Red Dog's just trying to get him a wash. Yeah. We see Dennis Knight thrown through a door. The corporation jump on Sean, beat the crap out of him, throw him into a window, which is quite funny.
Sean had that shit coming.
Yeah, he did. Marty's sat at home thinking, yeah, damn it, get him through the window.
He's over here.
To think when he returns in 2002, the exact same thing happens to him.
And this leads us to
reunite with DX and stuff. It was like, yeah, we're cool again, guys. We're cool.
Yeah. So this leads all to our main event. By which point, is it 300 or 800,000? I can't remember what the number is supposed to be, but somewhere between that, kind of that many people switched the channel from WCW to. Was it?
I think it's millions because they were.
It's right after the finger poke of doom, isn't it? As well, that happens on WCW either this week or like the week before.
Yeah.
I mean, they're really playing with fire, telling people to turn the channel after they just put that shit on. And it comes back to burn them quite badly.
Yeah, this is the what the fuck? I'm turning. This is what Mick Foley was the title, but you didn't realize the value of title changes back then. Like, oh, what? This is happening?
Yeah.
Or the meaning of the WWF title. Mick Foley went, oh, what? Cactus Jack, our guy, what? So, all this considering, and WWF having all this momentum at the time, it just seemed like this is the way. This would be the like, oh. We took a hit here. Damn.
Yeah. Imagine Bischoff looking at the numbers coming in for the week after.
It's a bold ass move to be spoiling shows, though. I mean, like everybody's reading spoilers now in wrestling. Oh shoot, I spoiled Rampage for a guy, or dang, I spoiled Impact. Someone was stabbed 2 weeks ago or something, or whatever the case may be. You get spoiled on it, but. In this day, there were no spoilers. It was just like you had the dirt sheets kind of didn't know shit, or they refused to. They had integrity. They didn't just be like, "Yes, what's happening on Raw tonight?"
They had integrity then.
Yeah. Now they just be like, "Breaking news: Mick Foley's champion."
Yeah.
We would have learned 2 weeks ago.
This stands out in my mind. I know exactly where I was when I watched this. I can kind of picture it in my mind. Being in my parents' dining room watching this on a smaller TV because my dad was watching football on the bigger TV Friday night, and just remember Foley being picked up by DX, marched around the ring on his shoulders, holding that title belt in Socko hand. This is one of the wrestling memories that's always forever ingrained in my head.
Yeah, the thing that burns in my head about this whole match has nothing to do with Mick Foley. It's the loud ass pop Steve Austin gets.
Yes.
When that glass
it was so much louder than the actual title victory.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because it's teased that you're gonna get Stone Cold thing, and then but as soon as that glass hits, everybody is screaming as loud as I've ever heard it. That might be one of the loudest reactions ever. And I remember as a kid thinking, damn, Austin's been gone a long time. And when that glass hit, I remember jumping up going, yes!
Yeah.
Even at home. Like, get him. And they're like, oh, what?
It's just that they got that perfect. That is such a impactful noise, and you know immediately what's going to happen. Yeah. It works perfectly. There's not many other wrestlers that have got that thing.
Yeah. I mean, I guess it's the current Lesnar sound. whatever that sound is, that gets people
Yeah.
going, oh shit, someone's about to get their ass whooped.
Yeah.
But the glass breaking is the greatest sound to like that, just like, oh, what? Maybe an Undertaker gong, but that's a different type of sound. That's a
Yeah.
No, but even the Rocks now,
Yeah.
like if you think the Rocks now, if you suddenly get hit, if you're the crowd, the
Yeah.
place is erupting.
Yeah. Bang.
Yeah.
Everyone's up. Yeah. There's only like 2 or 3 of them, isn't there? There's not a lot of massive theme musics that will get that point across that quickly. Really.
Yeah, maybe CM Punk. You know, the cult of personality hits. You go, oh, what? And you know, the crowd will go crazy,
the
but
old
it's
wrestling
not as
theme
loud as
songs,
this.
when the old guys come back, like if Shawn Michaels music hit, I'm instantly reacting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's generally the old wrestlers' music hits. You go, oh shit, because like if when Johnny Gargano returned to WWE a few months ago,
Yeah.
I didn't go, oh wow.
People didn't know who he was until the Titantron showed who it was. Same with Emma. Like,
Yeah.
Look at these people.
Yeah, the music is not the same. I don't know.
No.
It's just like one note. That there's one note, and everybody saw when you hear it, you go like that. Hell, even the fucking Big Show. Whoa! Oh,
Yeah.
I don't want to see him.
Exactly. Hogan, yeah. If Real America starts, then
Hogan's one starts. Not that I like him, but like it's the music that just draws you in. It's like, yes, dun 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 dun.
Bret Hart as well. That opening guitar screech.
Oh,
yeah.
Yeah. Goddamn Natty.
Exactly. Yeah.
Goddamn Natty using it. Everybody hold on. Well, even when Natty showed up at NXT and her one note hit, I went, "Oh shit!" And I was like, "It's still Natty though." Like,
yeah. I mean, even last week it worked with Becky Lynch when she was like announced for War Games. Just hearing the start of that music, that's pretty impactful. She's pretty much the biggest star in the business right now, anyway, isn't she? So.
We failed to mention the person in modern day who has it. It's John Cena with Like, oh,
as much as people hate John Cena.
I don't hate John Cena.
No, I haven't hated him for a long time, really.
Yeah, I grew up.
The less I see him, the more I miss him.
Yeah, because he's all right in the ring. He's all right. He's a good storyteller. He's puts it all in.
People underrate how good of a storyteller he was. Though. That's the thing. People underrate how good of John Cena was at storytelling.
It seemed to take up until the Open Challenge when like Kevin Owens debuted on Raw. Like that seems to be when everyone sort of flipped on him. But he'd been fantastic for years before. It wasn't his fault. He was the biggest star in the company.
And I have my own belief on who should get pushed or whatever and all that. And we look back, you'd be like, man, I made bad decisions just because of movesets. And you know, I was like, I gave a shit about moves. But
no, but I get it, bro. You do get tired. You do get tired of the same guys being a champion. So you have to
Cena and Orton for months on the road.
You just have to freshen it up, and they never did.
Yeah, which is why people clamoured for Bryan and Punk and all the others.
Yeah,
not Del Rio, never Del Rio. No one ever clamoured for Del Rio.
It was Del Rio.
I was a little bit, just a little bit.
There was a moment, and then he did that stop the page.
Yeah,
and then fuck Del Rio.
Yeah. So there we go. We end the first episode of Raw is Retro of 1999 with Mick Foley as the WWF champion.
And starting the year up hot. Baby killings, new champions, and Dennis Knight still in some dungeon.
Yeah, it's all downhill, uphill.
It's uphill because we're moving towards one of the best Royal Rumbles ever. Yeah. Think about that.
Yeah,
like you got the Rock Mankind I Quit match.
Yeah.
And then you've got the nonsense that happens in that 99 Royal Rumble. It's a great it's a great I remember that one. It's a good Royal Rumble event, and I think we're gonna have to do a watch along of this one.
I think we are. I don't think I've watched this one back since the time. I remember going to school the next day and talking about this with like 2 or 3 other people. Can you believe it?
In between this, I remember halftime heat happens, right? For the Super Bowl, The Rock and Mick Foley in the empty arena match, the first empty arena match I've ever seen, and probably one of the most entertaining Rock matches ever because you just hear him. You got Vince on commentary. It's just amazing. It's just well done. I love that match. It's nostalgia beyond.
Yeah, I think we have to do a watch along for that. I'm quite looking forward to that. It looks a pretty decent enough card, I guess.
Yeah,
Rumble's always fun. But yeah, there we go. Match of the night, gents. There's only one, isn't there, really? Yeah, exactly.
Main event.
Yeah.
Main event. It's
MVP. Dennis Knight.
Dennis Knight or Terry's fake acting of her dead baby.
Yeah. Marcus MVP.
My MVP wasn't even on the show this week, but I'm giving it to him anyway. Shout out to WCW, Tony Schiavone, and Eric Bischoff for making wrestling great, for the costing of the war.
The
It's
MVP
like
of '99.
This is the explosion of the Death Star right here. Going, oh shit! We should have filled that hole. We should have did something about that, but no, we got lazy.
They were never going to find out about it. No one was ever going to watch Raw anyway, were they? But yeah, there we go. That is us. We will be back next week with another episode of Roy's Retro. Until then, make sure you like our videos. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. Make sure you share all the stuff. Make sure you tweet us at the Sharpshooters or at Sharpies Network. We're on Instagram. We're on Facebook. We're on Twitter. We're absolutely everywhere. Email us. He's taken the email off the screen. thesharpshooters@gmail.com.
It's not on the screen on the 3-person layout.
Well,
email us. Make Eric read. That's our that's our
Make
motto
Eric
for
read.
1999.
Yeah, make Eric read. He's an amazing reader. He's at the point where he got his little read glasses. He puts them at the end of his lips, at the end of his nose, like a read.
I remember the day when there was at least 10 emails to read every week.
Yeah.
And the listener feedback segment was an hour longer than
I'll be honest, that's my favourite part of the show every week. Sorry, Mark.
Yeah. The listener feedback segment in which I would literally, while Eric be reading emails, I would literally go like, oh, it's email time. Let me go get something to eat. And I would listen, but I'm like in the other room because I know he has a bunch of read, and it's like the easiest part for me to walk away so I don't interrupt him. It's going to be even longer.
Yeah, so email the show at thesharpshooters@gmail.com and make Eric read. I want 10 emails at one point during this year on one episode.
Do it.
Let's go to do it. We read them all, even if it's just spam.
It can be anything.
Spam. We put the spam in the live chat on the screen.
Yeah. There's so many sexy singles in our neighborhood, but I never know if they're talking about mine, yours, or Paul's.
It's so weird how the show dynamic works across this team. Like, especially if we include Jamal, there's 3 time zones involved.
Hey, you got West. That's a different time zone as well.
Yeah, we make it work.
Yeah.
We make it work. We will be back next time with another episode. Till then, boys, nothing left to do apart from say goodbye.
Bye. Party like it's 1999.